A very warm welcome to the top three qualifiers for the FIA Formula One Miami Grand Prix. In third place, Charles Leclerc. In second place, Max Verstappen. And taking his third consecutive pole position, our pole sitter, Kimi Antonelli. Kimi, many congratulations. That was a great opening lap of Q3. Just how pleased were you with that performance?
Yeah, it was a good lap. Very clean. Put more or less everything together. Of course, yeah, then the last lap I probably got a bit too excited and I broke way too late, and I knew I wasn't going to make the corner the moment I broke, but yeah, just obviously luckily was good enough, because of course you never know, especially with Max and Charles, because they're very good in quali. So I was pretty stressed on the way in, but yeah, happy that we were still able to keep the pole.
Do you think there was more on the table? Do you think if you'd had a clean lap, that second lap?
I mean, it's hard to say because I didn't do the lap, so difficult. But yeah, you never know. I mean, this track today was difficult with the wind, pretty gusty, and it's not an easy track to put everything together. So I don't know. To be fair, I can't give an answer to that.
Look, tomorrow looks wet. What do you think these cars are going to be like in those conditions to drive?
I don't know. I mean, it's definitely it's gonna be tricky. I think, because so many drivers didn't use it in the wet, didn't drive the car in the wet, and also hearing the feedbacks, it's not the easiest car to drive on the wet, but let's see. Let's see also if they're gonna move the race earlier, just to avoid the thunderstorm. So I think we'll see better tomorrow. What's the situation gonna be like? But for sure, it's not, driving the car for the first time in the wet in the race probably is not the most fun and easiest opportunity to do so. But we'll try to be ready for anything.
And Kimi, final one from me. What does it mean to you to have 3 poles in a row? You feel like you're on a roll?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it feels great to get pole. Definitely it's good to, pick up from where we left. To get another pole and starting on the front row. But of course, first of all, I need to get off the line decently because it hasn't been good so far. So yeah, let's see. But for sure, it feels good. I'm happy with the performance, and yeah, we'll try to finish the job tomorrow.
Okay, very well done to you. Thank you. And Max, what a session for you and Red Bull. Just what aspect of the car's performance pleased you the most today?
A lot of things. I mean, so many things were not working up until this weekend, So for us, bringing the car back together, also for me in the car itself, a few things have changed, and it made it a lot more comfortable to drive, and just, yeah, I feel a lot more confidence, and I don't feel like I'm a passenger anymore in the car. So that was already quite evident yesterday, and then I think today the sprint was not too bad. We had some, I could finally follow the cars ahead of me instead of them just pulling away and not see them again. And then some tiny changes for qualifying, and it seemed like that helped again a little bit. And yeah, I mean, to be on the front row, coming from over a second behind in the previous race is really incredible.
I mean, it's a crazy thing. You didn't even get into Q3 at Suzuka, different circuit, obviously. But can you describe the effort that's gone in back at Milton Keynes just to get the turnaround in performance that we've seen?
Yeah, it's massive. I mean, we were really not happy, of course, with what we were doing the previous races, but you can see everyone, was pushing flat out to try and understand the problems, and they have come with solutions, and that's just amazing to see, amazing team effort. And from my side, then of course, when I get a car that is more together, I get more confidence, and I can finally also push a bit more, and then I try to, of course, always extract the most out of it. And yeah, that's what we've done. I mean, honestly, in that lap as well, like just trying to hang on to it, and it was good.
Look, final one for me, same one that I asked Kimi, Max. Just what your thoughts on driving these cars in a wet race tomorrow? What do you think they'll be like?
Quite slippery. I've driven them, of course, in Barcelona. I think it was only me and Charles that day. We were driving, so yeah, it was quite lonely. Yeah, it's quite a handful. It's not going to be easy, but let's first also wait and see how much water is going to come down, because that also makes a big difference.
All right, Max, very well done to you and to Red Bull. And Charles, let's come to you now. You said in the press conference earlier that you wanted to have a better qualifying this afternoon than you did yesterday. How was the car? Are you pleased with the performance?
No, not really. I think we struggled quite a bit more today than we did yesterday in terms of pace and feeling with the car as well. So we've got to look at that. It's a little bit strange. Not much have changed on the car, but the feeling was not the same for sure. So we'll look into it.
How much of that was down to the track temperature, the gusty wind?
The wind is definitely a factor. I think track temperature wasn't that different, so I don't think that is a reason. But the wind is for sure has for sure changed a little bit. Whether it will affect our car more than others, I don't believe in that. So I think it's somewhere else. The answer maybe is the track evolution, and we didn't anticipate that well. And maybe by just pushing a little bit more today in qualifying, the weaknesses of the car were a little bit more apparent. So yeah, but I obviously didn't have a close look at the data just yet, as I just got out the car. So I'll have to look at the details and try to understand where we lost most time.
How surprised are you by the pace of Kimi and Max this afternoon?
Well, I don't think it's a surprise for Kimi, because they've been the fastest car since the beginning. They brought a significant upgrade, and they are a great team. They've shown it over the past years. So it's not that we can rely on them staying where they were for the first 3 races. So we expected a reaction, but it's a very impressive reaction. And to be back on the front row after being so far off in the first 3 races is special. So, but yeah, our job is to do just the same and to finish in front of those guys. So that's where my focus is at the moment.
All right, Charles, thank you for that. Right, let's open this to the floor. Please remember to give your name and publication. First one.
Thomas Smart, PlanetF1.com for Max, please. Max, obviously it looks like a fairly significant improvement for Red Bull, and you've kind of touched on the improvements that have been made. But can you expand a little bit more on the areas in which you're feeling more comfortable around the lap, whether that's on braking, throttle, through corner speed, and how much of it is down to understanding the aero package more versus, say, energy management?
Honestly, it's everything, because before nothing really worked. I felt like a total passenger in the car. It could understeer, it could snap on me, it could feel different from one session to the other one without even touching parts. So we understood a lot of stuff, I think. We're still not where we want to be in terms of understanding everything, but most of it. And yeah, that has showed, that here the car just feels a lot more together. Yeah, I can finally drive how I want to drive, also with just my steering inputs. And that helps a lot. And then I think also with the energy management, I think everyone is learning every single weekend. So are we. Of course, we are a completely new manufacturer. So I think our learning curve is probably a little bit more steep. But yeah, they're doing a really good job. And it's just getting, let's say, better and better every time.
Thank you for that. Next.
Ronald Vodding, motorsport.com. It's one for Kimi. How surprised are you to see Max and Red Bull back in the mix? And in general, if we zoom out a bit this weekend, are you surprised by how much the other teams have? I know your upgrades are coming a bit later, but how much the other teams have catched up compared to Mercedes?
Yeah, I mean, it's not really a surprise about other team catching up. It's just the first year of this new regulation, and it's going to be like also a development fight between teams. Whoever is going to be able to bring more upgrades and more potent ones is going to be, it's going to make the difference. And definitely was not a surprise, but definitely, to see Max here, we did not expect it as a team. But I think, they brought big upgrades, and for sure also Max has been extracting the maximum out of the car, if not more. So definitely, to see him here is a surprise. But yeah, on our side, I think you know we've been struggling a little bit more this weekend than usual. We've been struggling to find the balance, you know, to put the car in the right place. But I think with the team, we did a great job, you know, ahead of qualifying with the changes we made, and yeah, now we'll focus on to tomorrow.
Thank you for that. Next.
Ed Straw, the race, another one for you. Kimi, you said that the balance seemed to have improved into this session with changes, but how much was gained on the deployment side? Because there seemed to be a marked difference between what McLaren and Mercedes were doing in sprint quali yesterday. Is that something that you learned from, and has that helped in terms of performance as well?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yesterday I had a little issue on the last lap with the deployment, so definitely today we maximized that more. So for sure, we've been moving the deployment around, just trying to find the best compromise, and for sure it makes a difference. You know, it's not easy to pick and understand which are the best places, because even in a small straight, sometimes you underestimate how much you can gain by just deploying a bit more. So yeah, it's definitely that's helped, and the team has been doing a tremendous job on that side.
Thank you. Any more? Yes.
David Neal, Miami Herald for Kimi. How much can you take from your experience last year being on the pole for the sprint race that was pretty wet last year for tomorrow?
Okay. What? No, I got distracted by the DJ. It looked like Shaquille O'Neal for a second.
No, it's not.
Okay. I was.
You should take it as a compliment.
No, I think the experience overall last year has helped a lot. You know, and I think coming into the track after 1 year of experience definitely helps. Got the reference of Formula One car. Also, you know the track better. You know the points where you can make up time. So definitely the experience has helped a lot, and I think it's playing a big role in every races I'm going. You know, I'm going back. So I think definitely also last year this track seemed to be a good one for me. But for sure, yeah, it has helped a lot because also I was much more comfortable in, for example, in FP1 to go out there and be on the limit. So definitely experience has been playing a massive role.
Thank you, Kimi. Next one.
Alex Kanalokas, The Athletic. Another question to Kimi, please. Kimi, obviously, no one can fail to notice how hot it is out there. So how does that, what difference does that make for you guys behind the wheel compared to like the cooler conditions earlier in the season? Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, in the sprint race, it felt like the first lap out that there was I had a hairdresser pointed at my face. No, hairdryer. What did I have? I had said hairdresser. Oh my God, I'm dreaming. Sorry. Long day. It felt like I had a hairdryer in my face, not a hairdresser.
But a hairdresser can have a hairdryer.
Yeah, exactly. So hairdresser with a hairdryer pointing at my face. No, definitely it was very hot, and especially when you run behind other cars, obviously you get the heat from the exhaust and everything. So definitely the sprint race, it was not easy on heat-wise. In fact, I was quite surprised they didn't declare any heat hazard for the weekend because it's been very, very hot. But for sure, yeah, also is a big difference compared to previous weekends. You know, the previous weekends have been a lot cooler on that side, and for the first time we're experiencing such a high track temp and high air temperature. So definitely it's been more challenging on that side as well.
Okay, thank you. Any more? If there's no more, we will leave it there. Very well done, gentlemen. Good luck in the race tomorrow.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We have just uh, witnessed a really interesting qualifying that just happened in Miami Grand Prix of 2026. This year was and has been up until this day very, very surprising. What a qualifying session in Miami, and we've got a huge story. Kimi Antonelli on pole ahead of Max Verstappen, that is second, and Charles Leclerc that finishing on third. A rookie beating the best qualifiers on the grid, and now the top three drivers have spoken on the press conference that we have just listened, and their reaction tell us a lot of more just the results. So we will I will do a little bit of recap with the smaller words of what they said on that press conference that we just heard about. I'm just gonna say it in my own words and a little bit of commenting of what they said. So Antonelli, and honestly, what stands out the most is how calm he was on the press conference and how confident he felt of himself. Uh, it was really interesting to see and to hear what he said. So he said that he felt comfortable from the beginning of the qualifying. The balance was really good, especially in the last run. And he said that he knew that I can put it together on the last lap, and that was possible for him. And he got the best time, 100 couple of seconds of ahead of Max Verstappen. So that's from my point of view. That's not a rookie guess. That's a driver who knows what the car can do, and he knew that that car can give him the right speed at the right moment, and felt comfortable pushing that car to the limit. He also mentioned that the grip was improving every lap, so it was about timing it right, and he used his tires in the best way possible in the 6 laps that he did. And what he did was like really interesting. So he did no mistakes, no overdriving, just clean execution. So he was improving himself lap by lap, and getting that purple on every section. He also said that it was a great feeling, but I want to focus on the race now because he has two of astonishing drivers behind him, and one of them is 4 times world champion Max Verstappen, and he doesn't forgive no one. He just executes and leaves you with your mouth wide open. Uh, I think that from his mindset of Kimi Antonelli, it's like a championship level thinking. I think he is better than George Russell, and he deserves more than him. We move on to Max. Max, as always, he gives a Max's answers. So maximizing his answers, and he was really direct. He said that it was a good lap, but not perfect. We improved the balance compared to earlier sessions and to the sprint and to the sprint qualifying, but still it's not exactly where I want to be. But yes, we have a lot of progress up until now. But he is still is not sure about the car, and he doesn't really believe on the car maximum. So yeah, hopefully he said that in the race we will have really good timing, and it will be really better compared to the short run. And he said that I believe that the car will get better in the in the long runs, and hopefully I can overtake Antonelli after a couple of laps. But yeah, he also pointed out something interesting. So he said that it's very sensitive out there. Small changes make a big difference. Also, the weather. Tomorrow we expect to have a lot of rain in the weather. So we will see what's going to happen, and hopefully it's going to be for everyone the best. Let's say like that. But we will have to wait and see who is going to be the big boss of the rain. As we know, Max is really, really awesome on the rain terrains, on the rain tracks. Yeah, we'll just wait to see. He also said that we're close so far. So for the race, we'll see what we can do, and that's the classic Verstappen. That's the classic Max. He gives short answers, direct, and he doesn't complicate it too much. But he's not worried because he already is thinking about that turn one in the race. Charles, on the other hand, he sounded like a driver who knows he left something on the table. He was a little bit frustrated because he could have done much more, and he said that I could have pushed the car a little bit further, but he was playing it safe. I think the potential for more was there. I didn't put everything together in the last lap. So yeah, it's not the car that has the issue. The car is in a really good condition. He said that the car felt really good with the big upgrades that they brought in the Miami Grand Prix. But he said that I didn't have that instinct, that execution wasn't there, so he didn't felt it to give the maximum potential of the car. So he said that the margins are very small, so every tiny mistake costs a lot, and you can hear the frustration on his voice because he knows a pole position was possible for Ferrari if he had driven that beautiful car better in the last Q session. But at the same time, he stayed realistic. Starting from Prix 3 is still a good place for tomorrow because, as we know, Ferraris has beautiful start. They are really fast on the start, and yeah, hopefully they will gain a lot of let's say positions or track, and hopefully we'll see them winning. One of the most interesting parts of the press conference was that all three drivers talked about conditions. Grip was getting better every lap. It's very easy to overdo it. You need to be precise, and if you push just a little bit too much, you lose everything. Because in Miami, as we know, we have overheating weather, and we have dust. We have wind that pushes the dust up on you, and you go like 300 kilometers per hour, and then the wind blows on your face and things like that. So it's really complicated to drive in Miami, and it's really hard. So putting everything together from what the driver said, Antonelli feels fully connected with the car. Verstappen is close but is still not 100% comfortable, and Leclerc had the pace but didn't execute perfectly. And that's the most important combination going into the race, is that confidence versus experience versus opportunity. So we have three drivers with a lot of interesting abilities that they have, and it's going to be a really interesting. It's going to be a clash of clans. It's going to be really interesting from my point of view. For the Grand Prix, this setup is perfectly, and hopefully we will have a really interesting race tomorrow. I'm eager to wait and see what's going to happen, and there are a lot of interesting questions going to be. Is Antonelli going to convert this into a win? Can he hold back Max Verstappen and Leclerc? Can Verstappen attack and get that first place on the race? Will Leclerc have that power to dominate the whole race and things like that? So these are the questions that pop up on my mind. But if you have a prediction, you can comment down below. And yeah, don't forget the two most main things: like the video, subscribe to the channel for more F1 content, because we need you to produce these kind of videos for you, and we will see you at the next one.